We are back with another video. Smash the like button, hit the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into this. Okay? Alright, let's go. Let's get into this. Alright? Dr. Umar Johnson is letting y'all know how the parents are the walking dead when they go into the school. They just do whatever the school tell them to do, and they don't got no pushback, no nothing. So let's go ahead and get to it, man. You ain't gotta listen to me. Let's listen to the King Kong himself. Sweet.
This is the black parent in the public school. This is the black parent in the charter school. Whatever you say, massa. Yes, whatever you say, massa, he's retarded. Whatever you say, massa. If you got a $300 weave and your son can't read, you getting the coon tax. You getting the coon tax. If you got a $300 weave and your son can't read, you getting the coon tax.
Yo! He already started. If you got a $300 weave, you getting a coon tax. And your son can't read, you getting a coon tax.
Mad as hell because you ain't got no swag. You mad because the queens ain't checking your little beta male ass. You probably 4 feet tall with a size 16 sneaker, stomach hanging all over your damn belt line, bald spot in the middle, extra skinny ass neck. Sit your ass down, you little beta male. Getting back on topic. Y'all got GoFundMe to shut me down, and I'm still here. Y'all went to the State Board of Psychology to shut me down. I'm still here. Y'all done sent coon and after me time after time, and the prince is still here because Marcus Mosiah Garvey said, finish what I started, Dr. Ifa Tunde. You should not let...
He not lying, though, man. People did try to shut him down. He's still here. They called GoFundMe. They called PayPal. They called the Board of Psychology, and that man is still out here cooking. We gotta give him. We gotta give him that. He didn't fold. He didn't quit. He didn't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? They called some of his spots to take away his money. They called certain spots where he wanted to do lectures at to take away his money, and he did not fold. Gotta give it to him. I gotta give him that. I gotta give him that one.
Find your child. If you don't agree that something is wrong, this is where black parents mess up all the time. This is where black parents mess up all the time. This is where black parents mess up all the time. They call you up and say, we think Tay-Tay is retarded. They call you up and they say, we think John is emotionally disturbed. They call you up and they say, we think Day has a math disability. They call you up and they say, we think Rob is autistic. Just because they think your child has a problem doesn't mean your child has a problem. Let me say that again. Let me say that again. Let me say that again. Just because they think your child has a problem doesn't mean your child has a problem.
Okay, I rock with that. Just because they call you and say that it's that doesn't mean that. He's right. He ain't not lying. A lot of diagnoses, if you check it out yourself, you will see it's wrong. You will see they just saying it just to say it. They got to meet a quota. Sometimes the school got to meet a quota, and they got to put somebody in there. Okay, I'm just letting y'all know that from somebody who got put inside of a special ed class. I got put inside a special ed class, so sometimes you might get put in there because they got to meet that quota. You know what I'm saying? This dude always looks smoked out. Why do he look smoked out, Black? What you mean? You don't look smoked out to me. I don't know what you mean.
And too often, you black parents
get them likes, man. Get them likes up, man.
Fall into some sort of psychological comatose. Too many coonish black parents. Cooning ass black parents, the minute a white person calls you up and tells you they think something is wrong with your child, you fall into a psychological coma and you just start doing whatever the hell they tell you to do with your child, and you need to stop it. And you need to stop it. They do not care about your children. They do not love your children. The only reason why they are with your children is because they got bills to pay in the all-white suburb. The only reason why they're with your children is because They have bills to pay in the all-white suburb. Do you understand? Do you understand? In fact, if you were to ask me, Dr. Umar, name me a movie that reminds you of black parents in the public school. Dr. Umar, name me a movie that reminds you of black parents in the charter school. And if I had to name you a movie that reminds me of black parents in the public school, it would be The Walking Dead. Y'all remind me of The Walking Dead. Simple as go along to get along, black parents remind me of The Walking Dead. Y'all be huh? We think your child is retarded. Come sign this paperwork. Come sign the paperwork. Whatever you say, massa. Whatever you say. He needs some Ritalin. He needs some Prozac. He needs some Adderall. He needs some Depakote. He needs some Paxil. He needs sign the, y'all act like
he ain't lying, man. He ain't lying because we're taught to believe it. We're taught to believe it. He's not mad, bro. He's not even mad. He's just telling you how he feels. Come on, Black Wolf. I know you better than this. It's because you don't like him. Don't mean you got to make that shit up. He's not even mad. He's just keeping it real right now. Yo, he's not lying, man. We are taught to do whatever they say. He's not lying, man. He ain't lying.
Walking Dead. Y'all walk into school and y'all just let white folks tell you what to do. This is the black parent in the public school. This is the black parent in the charter school. Whatever you say, massa. Yes, whatever you say, massa, he's retarded. Whatever you say, massa, reading disability. Whatever you say, massa, emotionally disturbed. Whatever you say, massa, ADHD. And y'all need to stop it. And y'all need to stop it. Stop turning off your damn brain when you walk into the school. Stop turning off your damn brain when you walk into the school. And don't trust the Negroes either. I'm going to say it again. We have a lot of good black educators. Most black educators, I would say, care about the children, even though a lot of them are psychologically burned out and are no longer good teachers because they've been...
Is he helping people? I mean, his information is helping people. His information is definitely helping people. Studio 6, yes. His information is helping people.
Used and misused, and so now they're just going through the motions. But we have a lot of very good black educators, but we also have a lot of very bad black educators. Let me say it again. We have a lot of good black educators, but we also have a lot of bad black educators. Do not assume that the black people care because their name is Amin Ra Ankh Patah Kanum Sekemet Geb Nuk.
Yo, he wildin'. He wildin'. He ain't lying though, man. People make certain names on purpose. Yeah, he ain't lying, man. Watch out for some of them names, man.
Tahuti. That doesn't mean that they're not a coon. Just because he got on a dashiki, just because she got locks, just because she's burning incense, just because she drank green smoothies, that doesn't mean she cares about your child. And too many of y'all will walk into these Afrocentric charter schools. Too many of y'all will walk into these Afrocentric charter schools. Too many of y'all will walk into these black charter schools and assume they're doing a better job with your child because they're black. And I'm here to tell you that is nonsense. In my experience, I have painfully learned that the black charter schools are not necessarily better than the white ones. Some of them are. Some of them are. Some of them are. And some of them are not.
Oh, nah. I don't know about misdiagnosing meds. I don't know nothing about that. I'm talking about what he's talking about in this video. I know if you don't like somebody, you still got to listen to what they're saying. In this video, he not lying, man. He not. I haven't found one thing that he lied about when coming to the school and doing all of that. I don't know nothing about misdiagnosing kids and all that. I don't know nothing about that. But
so, step one, find the child with the problem. Step one, find the child with the problem. Step one, we identify a child with a math problem, reading problem, emotional problem, intellectual problem, autistic problem, speech problem, visual problem, hearing problem, orthopedic problem. You identify the child with the disability. That is why I recommend to black parents. That is why I recommend to black parents, create your own intervention plan. Create your own pre-referral intervention plan. Here we go back to Marcus Garvey's self-determination. Here we go back to Marcus Garvey's independence. Here we go back to Marcus Garvey's self-determination. Why are you trusting the school to help your child? Why are you trusting the public school to help your child? Why can't you go and get a tutor to help your child? Why can't you go and work with your child on your own after school or on the weekend? You don't trust them. Why would the people who miseducate now remediate?
He said, okay, yeah. I'm not saying Dr. Umar is innocent or nothing. You know, I'm not saying that. You know, he done a lot of crazy stuff. He said a lot of crazy stuff. I'm just talking about in this video right here. Studio 6 says children don't participate in clinical drug trials. They don't know if the drugs are safe for their undeveloped brains. Yeah. I feel you on that. But you know, people got their own interpretation. Get them likes up. You know how this go, man.
Let me ask you that question again. Why would the same people who miseducated your child turn around and remediate your child? Why would the same people who miseducated your child turn around and remediate your child? Does it make any sense? Does it make the same people who's responsible for why he can't read are going to turn around and help him read now? You couldn't teach him how to read in a whole year, and now you're going to do it with a 6-week intervention plan? You couldn't teach my daughter how to count for 3 years, but now you're going to turn around and teach her how to count in 5 weeks. Use your common sense. Use your common sense. Use your common sense. Because guess what, mom and dad? Guess what they're going to do? If you let the school be responsible for the intervention plan, they're not going to work with your child. They're going to act like they're working with your child. They're going to come back to you 6 weeks later, and they're going to tell you that your child is still struggling. And your child is going to look worse now than they did 6 weeks ago. On paper, they're going to make your child look worse. They're going to make your child look worse 6 weeks after the fake intervention plan than they looked 6 weeks before the fake intervention plan. You don't trust them, ever. Go and get your own tutor. Enroll your child in an academic improvement program. And stay away from places like Sylvan Learning Center. Sylvan Learning Center will put your ass in debt. You don't need Sylvan Learning Center. All you need is a high school tutor. All you need is a college level tutor. Make sure they're not pedophiles. Make sure they're not pedophiles. Don't leave them alone with your child, not even to run to the store because you don't know them. Find you a retired teacher. Find you a retired teacher and ask the retired teacher to work with your child. They might do it for free. They might do it for free. The problem is you too stingy to spend your money on your child's education. You're too stingy to spend $100 a month on a tutor? Are you serious? Your child is going to end up in special education because you too damn trifling to spend $100 or $200 on your child, but you'll spend $300 on your weave. You're too trifling to...
Hey man, you know what? I don't like him bringing up the clothes and the weave and stuff, but he ain't lying. When it comes to that education, man, you can't act like you ain't got the money, but you got that hair and you got the shoes and you got the purse. He ain't lying on when it comes to that. It's right. You can't say you can't afford a tutor, but your ass out here looking good as hell. He ain't lying on that one though. He ain't lying on
Spend
that.
$100 or $200 on your child, but you'll spend $300 on your weave. You'll spend $50 a week on your nails. You'll spend $500 on a Louis bag. You'll spend $200 on some Nike boots or some Timbs. You'll spend $20,000 on some rims, but you ain't got a couple $100 a month to help your child learn how to read. You trifling ass black parents. Cut it out. If you got a $300 weave and your son can't read, you getting the coon tax. You getting the coon tax. If you got a $300 weave and your son can't read, you getting the coon tax. You getting the coon tax. Black man, you got on $300 glasses, $100 pair of Air Force Ones, $200 pair True Religion jeans, $2,500 gold chain, $20,000 rims on your truck, $800 a month car note, and your son can't count, your trifling ass is getting the coon tax. You getting the coon tax. Put the children first. Not dreads.
That's a good message. That's a good message. Put the children first. That's a good message. That is a good message. Can't argue that.
Locks. Not dreads. Locks. Not dreads. Locks. White folks call them dreads. We call them locks. White folks call them dreads. We call them locks. And now they want to wear the locks. But we call those shit locks. Because their hair don't lock up. That's not hair. It's called fur. Shit locks. Their hair don't lock up because it's not hair. It's fur. And that's facts. King Tut, Tutankhamun. What does Tutankhamun mean? The living image of God. Tutankhamun, the living image of God. Okay? So anyhow, brothers and sisters, let's get back. So for the sake of conversation, we're going to assume. For the sake of conversation, we're going to assume that your child has a problem. You've done the interventions. The school has done the interventions. And he still ain't reading. She still can't count. He still got emotional problems. You still see some autism. Okay? You still see some intellectual disability. What is stage 3? Stage 3, permission to evaluate. Stage 3, permission to evaluate. Stage 3, permission to evaluate. That's when you sign the paper. That's when you sign the paper. That's when you give them permission to evaluate your child. They have 60 days, maximum. They have 60 days, maximum. They have 60 calendar days from the date you sign the paper until they
Here they go. Here they go. Here go Black Butterfly and Valerie. Oh my God. Why y'all just can't listen to the message, Butterfly and Valerie? Why y'all always gotta do this?
Psychological evaluation report, multidisciplinary evaluation report. Remember, that's the same thing. Remember, that's the same thing. Whether it says multidiscipline evaluation, whether it says special education evaluation, whether it says school psychological evaluation, it is the same thing. Don't let the words confuse you. As long as it says evaluation, you know what it is. So that's when that's when myself, that's when the school psychologists, most of whom are white, that's when the school psychologists, most of whom are white, that's when the school psychologists, most of whom are white, is going to call your son into the office, call your daughter into the office. They're going to sit down with them and they're going to give them an IQ test and an achievement test and a psychological test and a behavior measure and a visual motor assessment and an adaptive behavior measure. And they're going to observe your child in the classroom and they're going to interview you as the mother and the father, and they're going to interview the teacher, and they're going to review the records, and they're going to put all of that into a report. They're going to put all of that into a report. In 60 days, you're going to get the report. In 60 days, you're going to get the report. And guess what? What's the first thing I want you to look for? What's the first thing I want you to look for? Couple tips for the evaluation report. You must get it within 60 days or less. What's a couple tips? Couple things I want you to look for on your child's school psychological evaluation report. We're dealing with school psychological. I'm going to do a different seminar on clinical psychological. We're talking about school psychological. Clinical psychological, that's going to be another topic. Similar, but not the same. Okay? Couple things I want you to look at. Number one, did the psychologist or anyone from the evaluation team interview you before they produced the report? Did anybody ask you what you think? Did anybody ask you how long you've been seeing these problems? Did anybody ask you if you even agree that you have a problem? Did anybody ask you, was your child born full term? How many different schools they've been to? Have they had any problems at home that might explain their academic problems other than a learning disability? If you were not interviewed, if they give you a report and you were not interviewed, tear that shit up and throw it in their face. Did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said? I'm going to say it again. If you ever get a report from your child about your child, I don't care if it's from the school, the hospital, or the clinic. I don't care if it's from the school, the hospital, or the clinic. I don't care if it's from the school, the hospital, or the clinic. If you ever get a psychological eval, if you ever get a psychological evaluation that diagnosed your child or classified your child with anything before they talk to you, if nobody had the respect to ask you what's going on, then guess what? We're going to say the evaluation is null and void. This email is null and void because as the mother and the father, you never even spoke to me to get the relevant background information. So I'm tearing this shit and I am now demanding. I am now demanding my federal right to an independent educational evaluation. I am demanding my federal right as a parent to an independent educational evaluation for my child. I need all parents to understand. I need all parents to understand. I need all parents to understand. If you don't agree with the evaluation, if you have a problem with the evaluation, if you don't like the evaluation, if you don't trust the evaluation, you have a federal right to an independent educational evaluation. You have a federal right to an independent educational evaluation. You know what that means? That means you write a letter to the school. That means you write a letter to the school. That means you write a letter to the principal. The principal. Only the principal has legal authority. Only the principal has legal authority. All of your letters should go to the principal because only the principal has legal authority. And you want to write, I am not a Mason. I am not an elk. I am not a homosexual. I am not anything but a revolutionary Pan-African nationalist. So will you please get off these nuts? Let's get back to the conversation. See, I'm so...
That nigga said, I'm not this, I'm not that. Now, please get off these nuts. This nigga crazy. Get them lights up, man. This shit
real
crazy.
That you need to think.
Yo! Now, please get off these nuts. Now, chapter 7 says, What up, Xander? What's up, Cassie?
I'm the only doctor you know who's still in the hood like I'm a corner boy. I'm so real, you need me to be the fake. I'm the only one in the conscious community that's teaching parents how to save their children. You can't name another Negro, male, female, youth, or elder who has done
My man said I'm still in the hood like a doughboy.
more to resurrect the consciousness of black parents as it relates to education and mental health. I am the greatest all time when it comes to that. I'm so real, you need me to be fake. Y'all got GoFundMe to shut me down, and I'm still here. Y'all went to the State Board of Psychology to shut me down. I'm still here. Y'all done sent coon and cracker after me time after time, and the prince is still here because Marcus Mosiah Garvey said, finish what I started, Dr. Ifatunde. So you can keep on cooning, Negro. In fact, your ass should have been in special ed with your dumb ass. Let me give you a free IQ test. I'm gonna give you a free IQ test. I bet you your shit at like 50 IQ. Little silly ass Negro. Mad as hell because you ain't got no swag. You mad because the queens ain't checking your little beta male ass. You probably 4 feet tall with a size 16 sneaker, stomach hanging all over your damn belt line, bald spot in the middle, extra skinny ass neck. Sit your ass down, you little beta male. Getting back on topic. Getting back on topic. If they did not interview you, tear up the report and demand an independent educational evaluation. If you're not sure if you agree with the report, that's why you have Brother Ifatunde. If you need a professional reviewer, Dr. Umar, can you please review my child's report? Dr. Umar, my child just got evaluated. Can you please review this report and let the mother and myself or the father and myself know what you think about our child's report? That's why I'm here. That's when you pay for your consultation. That's when you pay for your consultation.
All right, that's it. That's it of the video, y'all. All right, Walking Dead. I'll be back with another video right after this. I'm not really mad. Usually it'll be a lot of stuff in this video you can probably point out here and there depending on what's going on. But this video, I'm not even mad, man. I'm not mad at this video at all. Got a couple funny spots in there. Other than that, he kicking it, man. I ain't tripping. So thank y'all. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with another video in like 3 to 5 minutes. Super. When she say, don't give this man your child's personal